Let me ask you something. What is the question that won't leave you alone?
What keeps you up at night?
I'm Ronald and Maurice.
And I'm Dr. Maurice Stinnett. Together, we're creating space for conversations that challenge everything.
This is Existential Thoughts, a podcast about living deeply in a shallow world.
We're going to sit with leaders, thinkers, and creatives and invite you to pause with us as we wander into the depths of freedom, rest, and meaning.
We're not here for easy answers. We're here to create space for reflection, for story, for truth. Wow. That is something.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
I think we should pull that door up.
Handshake.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
go
You
ahead.
know what? Absolutely right.
Yeah. Pull that door. It's a little warm out there. Excellent. Here we are. I mean, you gonna keep that New Balance? I mean, what you got going on? What's happening? New Balance.
I mean, you know this, right?
I see this.
New Balance. I don't know. I feel like
What are you doing?
I don't know. New Balance.
What is this?
Listen. When you work hard, you get sponsorship.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I've been working hard.
Excellent.
No, I'm lying.
Okay.
My sister works for New Balance, you know. So,
of course.
So I had to represent.
It looks good.
I had to represent the brand, but you know what? You're right. I'm hot though. So
you should
let's take this off.
Take that off.
But now this is going to be even more blatant. But
You look
maybe
good.
it fits in with what we're talking about, you know?
Yes.
New Balance, recentering yourself,
Interesting.
finding yourself.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean? Like maybe that flows.
There's an angle.
Yeah.
For everything. Well, here we are at this juncture.
Juncture, absolutely.
Like it's been a while, and so
Yeah.
I've
Can you believe it
enjoyed-
though?
Yeah.
This is our 7th episode.
That's wild.
That's mad.
That's wild. We really pressed through. We had some good people on. Like,
Yeah.
We had some amazing folks to learn more about each other.
Yeah.
Learn
I
more
mean,
about you, learn more about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a nice, heard fun stories. I think it's been nice to learn.
Insightful stories.
Insightful
Your sister.
stories.
I love having your sister.
Yeah,
on.
that's true.
your sister,
That's
your
true.
sister.
You know, like no one knows you like family.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's been really good. And then hopefully, everyone else watching feels like they know us a little bit better as well.
Exactly.
You know, which was the important part.
Yeah.
Before we move on to bringing other people that don't know us but know a lot about what they do.
That makes sense.
Right?
That's the experts, bringing on the experts.
Yeah.
Before we got to the whole bringing on the experts, having the deep philosophical conversations,
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, it's been a day. Philosophical conversations. I think it was important to get to know the men, to get to understand who we are,
Absolutely.
what we're about, our backgrounds, etc.
And why we're doing it.
And why we're doing it, yeah. So,
And also the thoughts that we are, I guess, playing with, just exploring.
yeah,
really,
absolutely.
So
the good thing is there's no perfect science to this, right? We are in the laboratory, mixing and matching.
This is
and,
true.
And experimenting, and so that's the way this rolls.
this is very, very true. This is very, very true. But it's been exciting. So we're I guess at the halfway point of season 1.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. So it's gone fast though.
It's going very fast. I mean,
gone really quickly.
Some lessons learned. What are you thinking about Michelle? Talk to them about. Recap kind of.
I know Michelle. From London days.
She's from the US though.
She's from the US. Yeah. So it's a fun story.
Exactly.
She moved to the UK. We met there, and it's really funny because we've had this intersectionality where she's launched a new venture, and I've been one of her first clients.
Exactly.
And I've launched a new venture, and I've been one of. She's been the person providing the service.
Yeah.
And we're doing that now, right? Like we're engaging on this pathway with her as well. So I think 3 or 4 times we've done that.
Yeah.
And life's funny like that because you never know.
Exactly. You don't know. And she was amazing. I mean, her career path was brilliant. And just having somebody like
done
that.
great things.
Yeah.
Because that was the last episode, literally. So. Yeah,
and then your sister was amazing.
Thank you.
She's always a good time.
She's fun.
Yeah,
she's
her
fun.
path, her journey.
New Balance.
Yeah, one more time.
New Balance.
We're going to get New Balance.
Shout out to New Balance. Listen, if New Balance doesn't sponsor our show, because we want to get you a New Balance.
So we'll figure that all out.
Yes,
Maybe on the next, when I'm over there in the Caribbean, we'll have some.
Wait, that's the big reveal, bro.
What's the big reveal?
No, but if I say it, then I'm revealing it.
Okay.
So we're pacing ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we kind of dropped it along the way.
I think we've seeded that this was not
people
always
know what we're doing.
Because how can we talk about rest as a form of resistance? How can we talk about that if we don't embody it?
If we don't live
Gotta
it.
make it make sense.
If we don't live it.
Yeah.
So I guess we might as well talk about it now because
why?
That's what we're doing.
Exactly. Why do we talk? Why are we going there? Like in your idea, when you had this vision and was thinking about it, why?
I mean, look, so there's a lot of podcasts out there, and they're exactly like this.
Yeah.
2 people, 3 people, 4 people sitting in a studio talking about everything.
Yeah.
And all the things they'd like to do or not do, and I'm not saying anything to admonish any of them.
Of course not.
But what I'm saying is we just kind of thought maybe it would be nicer to do this in the sun.
Yeah.
With some margaritas. Yeah. Maybe some pina coladas.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe some colorful drinks.
I understand.
Palm leaves.
Yeah. Cool
in the breeze. Tropics, cool breeze.
Yeah.
Blue hues.
Yeah.
Crashing waves.
I can feel it already.
Can you know, like, am I building a picture? I'm building a picture. I mean, so we just thought, you know what, a podcast in the Caribbean, because what we're really trying to do is send people on a retreat.
Yeah.
On an escape.
Yes.
But where's the best place to do that? Somewhere where people actually, as a way of life, live slowly.
Exactly.
Right? Like they live slowly. Like if you try and rush them.
About?
I mean, look, I don't want to get into the history of it because I don't feel like I'm an expert. But while we're out there, while we're out there, we can definitely ask. But I do think, though, from my understanding, that there's obviously a lot of cultural things. So there was a massive backlash, like after slavery, post-colonialism. There was a massive backlash to working in the fields, to doing all this sort of stuff. So I feel like people just decided that, there's no rush to get anywhere, no rush to do anything. So, and I think culturally, people just embody that. So sometimes when you're trying to rush someone to do something, they will actually become really aggressive because how dare you rush them?
Right.
And it's taken me a while to make that adjustment, but I feel like I've made that adjustment. And I feel like that adjustment's been good for me. Like it doesn't frustrate me as much as it used to.
Good.
I embody it, I enjoy it, and I actually think I encourage it. I want people to come and move at a pace that is good for them. So you're not constantly stressing or pushing yourself all the time.
That's interesting.
And I don't look, and I feel like life is all about balance, not New Balance, but balance. Right. And I feel like perhaps you don't have to go 1,000 miles the whole time.
Right.
But you also don't have to go 5 miles the whole time. Right. So I think if you can find that rhythmic point where you're able to speed up when you have to and slow down when you have to, so you're always in sync with who you are and what you're about and what you're trying to do. I think if you can do that, then I think you have a more meaningful and more fulfilled life because you're working to your limits. But it's like having rechargeable batteries, right? You have to look after them. You have to charge them the right amount. If you overcharge them, they'll die. If you undercharge them, then obviously they're not giving you the service that you need. So it's almost like just finding that right amount and understanding what that is, and which is why they all come with like instructions. They're prescriptive, right? They say charge it for this amount of time if you want it to last for a really long time. Right? And we're all about durability, we're all about endurance, we're all about a marathon rather than a sprint. So in order for us to thrive in our existence, then maybe we need to kind of just do a little bit of that.
Some disconnecting from the routine as well.
Absolutely.
Right? To be intentional. Oftentimes we talk about rest. We have to talk about, rather, in addition to rest, the intentionality around resting.
Absolutely.
Right? You've got to intentionally plan the rest, right? Go after it, cultivate it, create it, curate it, whatever you want to say, but it takes action on your part. And so I think a part of this, of us escaping from the rat race, me in particular, and coming out there, it gives me an opportunity to live in what we're talking about.
Absolutely. And I think we don't want to just have a podcast that talks at people.
No.
We want a podcast that embodies what we're saying and brings people with us, right? So we're going, cool, we're going to go out to the Caribbean, we're going to live that life, we're going to, like
the boats,
stay in a villa, be in a boat, and obviously, but all those things cost money, though, right? But that I think is the reward or the result of going 1,000 miles, right? Yeah. So like, cool, I've worked hard, I've done all these things, absolutely, right? But now I deserve to take a little bit of time to do this, to recalibrate, so I've got more energy to go again. But also, like, those things are aspirational, right? Especially for a lot of people like us. Sure. They're aspirational. So while you are aspiring to those things, you are building, you're working harder, you're doing more, right? So you're building layers, right? Because once you've done it once and you have a really good time, you plan ahead, right? And you go, okay, cool. Correct. How do I do that again? Right. And how do I do that again?
Absolutely.
And this is why I set up Le Haus, people. So it kind of covers all of that, does that as a business.
Oh, you should talk about that. Like, I mean,
the podcast wasn't really set up as a plug for the business, but we can talk about it. That is true. That is true. That is true. I mean, so Le Haus really is a membership club. I think, as I mentioned before, you basically pay a one-time payment. Which starts for $90,000 but it's a one-time forever payment. And in exchange for that, you get 30 days free accommodation in the Caribbean forever.
Forever. What's that even look like? That sounds
so forever means from the day you pay to the day you die. And you pass that on to your children and your children's children.
So that's forever.
That is forever. However, I'm just going to caveat it. I'm just going to caveat and say that I guaranteed for 25 years.
Okay, that's
right. So beyond 25 years, if the business gets sold, but if we sold the business 10 years in, I would owe you 15 years off your paid membership. So I would pay you back.
Well done.
Right?
Okay. So it's a guaranteed 25.
It's a guaranteed 25. But in all honesty, if the business still runs 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now, it's yours. Like, I'm personally not trying to take it away, not today, not 10 years from now, so.
Is there another model, something like that?
There are examples of it, but not something that is exactly equivalent. So there's a place in Greece called Peligoni.
Okay.
They have villas in the hills, and they have a beach club. So in order to go to the beach club, you have to stay in the villas in the hills.
Okay.
So you pay. So while you're in the villa, you get a temporary membership, and then you go to the beach club, which is basically what my model is. However, with my model, I've extended it to expand across the whole of the Caribbean. But it'll be villas in the hills, and each villa will be 4-star plus. So swimming pool, accommodation, etc. Concierge service, airport pickup, transfers. All the and then you go to a beach club and you chill in the cabana. You go swimming. There's activities. There's a kids club. All of that, right? So you get looked after. So it's not identical, but it's similar. And then there's another one called exclusive resorts. So exclusive resorts do the same thing as what I'm offering, but they do it on a 10-year membership, and they're 3 times more expensive.
Got it.
Right, but yeah, I mean, honestly, it's this model is beautiful, and I think the beauty of this model is I don't have to service anyone until they're a customer. Right. So, and every single time we acquire members, founder members, we acquire properties. So we're not going anywhere. Right. So do you know what I mean? So this is like, the more people we sign up, the more properties we acquire, and then this runs forever. That's why I said it's a forever membership.
I love it.
One-time payment, no annual dues, no service fees, no cleaning fees, no any of that. You turn up after that one-time payment and you're looked after.
I love that.
The question that people ask me all the time is, but how can you afford to do that forever? Because you paid once.
Sure.
Right, and that money runs out in inflation and whatever else. Absolutely. But I'm only giving you 30 days of the year. So the model is, for every 100 members we have 100 suites or rooms. So if I give you 30 days in your suite or room, then that means for 335 days, that suite is empty. So what do? I use the Peligoni model. For people who aren't founder members, can then come and stay. So basically like the Airbnb model.
Of course.
So then I'm covering my expenses and run expenses through the remainder of the 335 days. If we have 5,000 members, we have 5,000 rooms. So that is how that works.
Makes sense.
And and I'm going to come. I'm going to show you.
I can't wait. That's what we're going to.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so, and then we'll bring everyone with us, and we'll show everyone what it looks like.
Exactly what it looks like. Get the vibe. So I think I see the vision, and like you said, we wanted to get the programming not only for the experience, but to provide something substantive.
Absolutely.
While they're there.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we're going to be ruminating on and really processing and soliciting information, you know, from the listeners to make sure we're on track.
Yeah.
But it all makes sense, and I'm excited to get out there and experience this myself and see how again, another level for me, another layer, another opportunity to grow
and learn
and to learn and to rest.
Most importantly. I mean, and like while we're out there, we've got some really cool partnerships. So like Old Road Rum, which is like in St. Kitts. It's one of like the oldest distilleries in the world. They make a really beautiful rum, which obviously we'll have. So, you know, we'll get a helicopter, we'll fly over, meet the owners, taste the rum, etc. And if you sign up to the house, become a founder member, you get that as part of your membership. So you get the experience from Old Road Rum.
Love it.
But that's what we're building. Like I'm all about like the local provenance, the cultural heritage. You know, just making sure that it feels authentic as a product and as a brand. So when you travel out, you feel like you've immersed yourself in your surroundings. Right. So you feel like you're a part of it. You feel like this is it. So we're building out partnerships. We're building out relationships. You know, we're putting all of that together. You know, honestly, like I think it's my best work yet.
I love it.
So
I love it.
It's a beautiful experience. So I mean, so that's what we're looking forward to. So you and I, we're going to go out. We're going to scout. So while we take this break, we're going to be in the Caribbean. We're going to rest,
refresh.
That's also the reason why we didn't do any drinks for this session.
Yeah,
because I was like, why are we doing that today when we can get on a plane and do that in the sunshine, right? So
water today.
Yeah, water's good, man. Like water's healthy, and we can definitely do that.
This is going to be a journey.
Yes,
and we're taking it with you.
Yes,
what we preach, inviting you on this journey. I'm excited. We're going to see how this lands. We're excited. I'm very glad about the opportunity, not only just because again to practice what I'm preaching, but to experience something totally new because I've never done it.
That's very true.
Exactly.
That is very, very true. And I'm excited to show you that because I think, and you know what it is? I think what I've learned from my personal experience of obviously having lived in both worlds is that you need all the worlds, right?
Yes.
Especially like, it's like one of those things that you can't unlearn. So once you have lived in a big city, and you've been a part of that, there's so many great things to take from that, right? And they become a part of you because that's all you've learned, right? That's right. And then you move to somewhere else, and then you make the adjustment, and then you learn new things, right? And you go, there's so many great things here too, but now you're a person that has both within one body, right? So, and the more you do that, which is why people say like one of the best ways to learn is to travel, right? Because you see things through the lens of so many different cultures, so many different people, so many different experiences. And if you're open enough and empathetic enough, you learn so much because, you know, like everyone goes through things, right? And if you can just put yourself in their shoes. So again, step outside of yourself, put yourself in their shoes, and then look at that.
Exactly.
Then you go, okay. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something there. Exactly. So I think as an opportunity, like to learn, to grow, to build up, and then while we're there, what are we doing? We're planning the retreat, right?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, that's the whole point, right? To sit there and think through what would make sense, what's going to be impactful, have the greatest amount of impact for the folks, for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Right? In discussions like we said with Luci, understanding, and we had him on the.
We had him on the show, of course.
Ideating with him and engaging his 18 million
subscribers, which is huge.
Crazy, incredible. The book that he's written, again, all the things. Just thinking through these different various lenses of our audience of how we curate the right retreat and right
Absolutely. But also we're open to hearing from anyone.
100%.
Like, so if you have a thought, you have an idea, you want to partner up, you want to contribute. I mean, like since I launched the house, you know, which hasn't been a very long time, I've had so many people reach out to me, say, I've got property in Grenada, I've got this, you know, like, can we talk? Like, can we collaborate? So we're open. Like I'm all about collaboration, you know, so like we're open to having those conversations, to kind of putting it together. But I think we want to build what what's not just right for us, but what's right for everyone, because we want to make sure that everyone's getting something out of it, which is really crucial and really key. But yeah.
So here it is.
Halfway point.
I think that's it. We celebrating a milestone, a halfway point.
Yes.
We launched this thing. We allowed ourselves to be brave.
Yes.
We thought outside of ourselves and considered others, right?
Yes.
And here we are now moving forward, and I'm excited to take this to the next journey.
You know, one thing that I think through this experience that I've learned, I mean, like, I've always wanted to be a better listener, right? I think I enjoy talking, maybe sometimes a bit too much.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm sure you don't disagree. But anyway. But I think doing this has been, maybe because it's a little bit more structured or whatever it is, has been really good, because I've kind of just really sat there and listened and taken in what everyone's saying and kind of reflected upon it within myself and outside of myself, and tried to kind of like build a much bigger picture, right? Just from hearing different voices. And I'm excited for that, because we've just started off with the people, that we have relationships with, that we know, that we're working with,
of course.
But we're going to reach out to people who we don't have any of those connections with or any of those relationships, but who bring value or who bring expertise, who bring knowledge.
You have to do it.
So while we're doing that, like, I'm just excited for that part, because I feel like just through this experience already, I feel like I've become a better listener.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and it hasn't even been that long, but I feel like that process has happened very, very quickly for me.
Exactly.
And I'm excited for that, because I feel like I've learned so much just by being a better listener.
And I can't wait, like you said, when we bring in the different groups of folks and different experts, that's when we're really going to get into the meat of the matter.
Yes.
Again, we set it up. We wanted to talk to folks that we knew, that knew us, to kind of understand the journey, the package. But once we get there, I'm ready to go.
I'm excited.
Very excited.
I'm excited.
Good things ahead.
Yes. So what are we doing? So the plan is we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Right? But we're going to be back. When we come back, we'll be in the Caribbean. Antigua and Barbuda, baby. That's where we're going to be.
Exactly right.
So we're going to film some content. We're going to do the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
So season 1, we're going to finish that off and bring that to you as soon as we finish that off.
Absolutely.
And then we start talking about season 2, bro.
There we go.
You know what I mean? And season 2 will be the retreat.
Yes. Season 2 will be the treat.
I'm excited for that.
I mean, that's what this is all about.
That's where we're headed. Like, we want to.
Exactly.
I don't sit in the studio with Maurice all day. Like, I just talk to Maurice. Like, I want you guys to be in the. Listen, there's nothing.
I was spared my charming but we agree. We are aligned.
So we want to get more people in the room.
Absolutely.
So we're doing this live, and we're having conversations, and it's interactive, and we're building it out. But straight after that, we're jumping into the ocean and having a swim.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, straight after this, I'm going to jump into that pool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You've been waiting to do that.
I've been waiting to do that. But that's, listen, like, we've got to practice what we preach.
Absolutely.
So if we are saying this is the best way to get that balance, and obviously, like, there'll be a lot of people thinking like, okay, cool, but you're two guys who seem to have relatively done okay, so you can do these things, right? I guess, the question I'm going to ask you is, what do you say to those people who are going like, well, that's not my life, I can't do that? What do you say to that?
I mean, there's a couple of things I'm going to say to that. Number one is that this particular season of your life, you may not be able to do all of that.
Absolutely.
Right? But you're able to engage with us in a manner in which makes sense for you now. So whether that be the podcast, but you can't quite afford to actually come to the experience, this is that season of your life.
Yeah.
But if you find value in the podcast, then you will begin to prepare and plan to participate in person. Yeah. That's phase 1. For other people, you have the resources right now. Yeah. It's just about being intentional to reallocate those resources if you see the value add to something like this, right? And so that's the other group. And another group, you just don't give a damn. You don't want to come anyway. We're not worried about you.
We're not worried about you. If you don't want to come, that's on you.
That's fine.
But also, I mean, the other thing is, like, we're only each retreat's going to be a maximum 30 people. So it's not a lot of people.
No.
We want it intimate. We want it personal.
Exactly.
We want everyone to meet everyone. So we're building a community, really. Like, that's what we're doing. We want people to come, hang out, interact, and learn, right?
Absolutely.
And grow and build up from there. and we'll have guest speakers. We're gonna have
some good stuff. I mean, of course. Yeah. Our network. I mean,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. So we're going to tap into that and make sure everyone has a really good time. So we're planning the retreats, we're building out the retreats, and we're going to show you some of the stuff when we do our next podcast, next half of the season. Because we'll be on site.
Like we said, it's limited, so we got to be honest about that. Again, you can only accommodate 30.
Yeah, so maximum of 30. Exactly. So it might even be like 25. And so we've got to work that out.
The sooner the better that they confirm, and once we get that together, because we won't be able to. Yeah, because we've already started. Again, we haven't even announced it until now. But behind the scenes, we already have people. Yeah. So once
we're putting that together,
exactly. So
that's exciting times. Okay, I mean,
here we are.
Here we are,
man. And so, hey, this has been a great first half.
Thank you very much.
And cheers to
the next. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get better.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to see Onward and Upward, my friend.
Thank you.
And Antigua, here we come.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Rest isn't weakness. Rest is strategy. Rest is survival. Rest is resistance.
And resistance becomes a life worth living. This isn't just a podcast. This is a movement.
So join us every week starting this season.
Subscribe now to Existential Thoughts.